Do you know what the definition of truth is?
Yes.
What's your definition of truth?
Speaking with honesty and clear definition around fact.
Fraud, lies, and fake cancer. And this is a story about Belle Gibson, the influencer who said she had terminal brain cancer and cured herself with healthy food.
There are so many things we can learn from this about the borderline between exaggeration, influencer responsibility, brand endorsement.
And when storytelling actually just becomes pure fraud.
Indeed.
So we're going to take you through this story and what we can learn from this, because this is super important in this digital era we live in.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to look at it from the business law angle, of course.
Of course, as always. And we have our business lawyer in the house, Kat. Welcome. And I'm Ida, the host of this channel. Let's go.
Let's go. So Belle Gibson, Australian influencer, very early adopter of Instagram.
Yeah.
So in 2014, she started to do wellness posts, a bit of cooking, a bit of lifestyle, but it was hard to get that in attention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do?
What do? You
talk about your traumas. And they were big.
They were super big.
Woo! From growing up, taking care of her autistic brother, her mother being sick, etc., etc. And then also, as you mentioned, she had terminal brain cancer.
That's a hard one.
And she cured herself by healthy eating, by wellness, meditation, lifestyle, etc. Amazing, right?
It sounds amazing. Too good to be true, to be honest.
Oh, we shouldn't forget, once she actually died on the operation table also.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
and they brought, so funny because nobody ever saw the scars or anything, no traces from that operation, but she died and they recovered her.
And that's what she's claiming?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, all of this will just be crazy person trying to build traumas, getting attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was so much more than that.
Yeah.
Because she gained so many followers. Incredible. Like 200,000 very early. And in 2014, when Instagram was new, this was huge.
Yeah, it was a big audience back then.
She created a wellness app, The Whole Pantry. And it was loved. It was even in the top level at App Store in wellness apps.
Wow.
Super popular. And this is where it gets really interesting because people believed her.
Yeah, I was about to say that. She had a big audience and they trusted her.
Impact. Impact in two ways. She made money from downloads, right? So she had the business. And also she got followers, she got likes, and she got people changing their lifestyle. Trying to cure their cancer. I mean, we're talking serious business here.
We're talking serious business.
Yeah. And Apple fell in love with her. And we all know the story that Steve Jobs had cancer, right?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs tried alternative ways to cure himself. It did not work. And perhaps that had something to do with them falling in love with Belle Gibson and her story. I don't know. But they saw a really well-designed, popular, well-functioning wellness app. And this amazing Australian young woman with a trauma, right?
Yeah.
So they even, when they announced their first Apple Watch, they had The Whole Pantry, her app, pre-installed.
Wow.
So we're talking heavy endorsement. I mean, imagine influencer dream getting that endorsed by Apple.
Yeah.
And then Penguin came along and she wrote a book. A recipe book, The Whole Pantry. Also endorsed by one of the biggest brands in the book industry, right?
Yeah.
Very renowned.
And so backed by her audience as well, because if you look at her, she's very confident when she speaks, and you can get the feeling that she knows what she's talking about.
She's charming, right?
Yeah.
A big smile. And very kind of cute, but also everyday. You can kind of relate to her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from her very dramatic stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which turned out not be true.
Yeah. And there we have it. And one more thing before we go to the fall and what we all can learn is that she also promised to contribute to charity. So every time you bought or downloaded the app, she said, I'm going to contribute to cancer charity. Did she?
No, I don't think so.
No. It
That's
was
a
all a
shame.
big scam. And thanks to some journalists starting to dig, wonder, for real?
Can this be true?
I'm going to recommend Netflix did a series on this, the apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah.
So have a look on that one.
Yeah, it's fun. But anywho, those journalists started to kind of dig into this. And there's a famous CNN interview where the reporter puts Bella against the wall, calling her out on all of the lies. And it's a mayhem.
It is a mayhem.
Yeah. I mean, Belle, you didn't have cancer. Well, I believed. I felt I did. Well, you never went to the doctor. Well, the doctor came by my door. A doctor came by your door. What was his name? Dr. Phil.
We all know Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Okay, so a doctor just knocked on your door and gave you an exam. Yeah, he had a medical device. He told me I had cancer. Well, how old are you? Well, I was raised like I was 26. Well, it's not a trick question. How old are you?
Yeah.
Well, I have more than one birth certificate and I've changed names, so I believe I'm 26. I mean, come on.
This is so
She
confusing.
cannot tell a truth.
No, and she believed her own lies so much.
I mean, she's messed up.
Yeah.
Seriously. And again, what can we learn? Number one, brand endorsement. I mean, what was Apple? What was their responsibility?
Yeah.
We have tragic stories about cancer patients stopping their real treatment. And I mean, okay, it's their decision. She told her story.
Yeah.
But
if you lied about it, I mean, it's not fun anymore.
And you lied about it in a commercial interest to sell.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a shame, if you ask me.
Yeah. So what Apple did when it all came tumbling down, they just took her app away. And basically said nothing.
They just disappeared. They ghosted.
Yeah. So brand endorsement, and then they just took a step back. I mean, they were just a platform. They just handle it, the App Store. They're not liable. They're not responsible for whatever, right?
No.
It's so interesting. And one might wonder in the future what will happen. Because, I mean, if you look at Facebook, they're responsible for frauds, right?
Yeah.
Need to get them out. So it's kind of interesting that also what happened to Bella, and we'll get back to that, so stay tuned, that this was very early in the influencer journey. And that means that maybe Belle got away in a way that she would never have today. Because what she got was a fine. This was in Australia. She got a fine for about 400,000 Australian dollars. And today, that will be 10 times as much. Because the Australian regulation, they've increased the penalties, right?
And today you have more responsibility as an influencer, what you say and what you don't.
Oh, God, yes. In the EU, and if you're in the US or in the EU, you should know that in particular health claims are really strictly regulated. So if you're going to say, eat this vitamin C, it helps against the flu, you need to back it up with clinical studies, it needs to be approved, etc.
Which is super good.
Yeah. And also, even if you're just an influencer, but you're acting with a commercial purpose, like selling a product, advocating a product, a brand, your own personal brand, trying to make money, you will be deemed a commercial actor. That means you have a liability, you have a responsibility, in particular for health claims, but also in other areas.
Yeah, and I think that's super good.
Super good. So there is a line. I mean, yes, in your own Instagram, you can make it more polished, more pretty.
Yeah.
Is that being honest?
It's a fine line.
It is, right?
It's like if I'm going to an event that's super boring, and I just say, "Oh, this was super fun," yada yada. It's so easy to just give another picture than the actual event.
Exactly. Or you're in wellness, you always want to look super skinny, super healthy.
Yeah.
You might get some editing involved or AI help, right?
Yeah.
Or you want to be rich and famous and you build your lifestyle. Or you want to have traumas.
Yeah.
Because you want attention. You want people to feel sorry. You want to have struggled in your life, right? So there is a line between exaggerations, between play and where it goes to actually impacting a consumer and their shopping behavior, their commercial behavior, they buying something that they would not have, lest they would have trusted you and your honest information, right? So be very careful today. And also, of course, as we all know, you need to brand your content if it is endorsed, advertising, etc. You cannot pretend. Oh, look at this Apple Watch. I just love it.
Just
and
to
then
be here.
and then behind the scenes, you get 10K for saying that, right?
Yeah.
You have to be honest. So the regulation is much stricter today than it was with Belle. So honestly, she got away quite okay.
She did.
Yeah. And there was no criminal prosecution.
Which sounds super strange.
I know.
I mean, there were sick people depending on her or trust her.
Yeah, and even more so with the charity part, that's actually part of our deal.
Yeah.
If you tell me that if you buy and give me 10, I'll give 5 to charity,
Yeah.
that's an agreement between you and the consumer, right?
Yeah.
So if I give you 10 and you don't give it to charity, that's fraud.
That is fraud.
Yeah, just saying.
So this is a super interesting case.
Incredibly interesting. She's a crazy person. You might not be able to learn so much from her, but the fact that she was so believable that she got endorsed by the biggest companies in the world and how they just dropped it afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So it's thought-provoking from every angle, and we should all be careful who we endorse
Yeah.
and stay within the line of making honest claims. Nothing else. And even if it's an honest claim, make sure you have the backing and the regulatory approvals you might need.
Yeah, that's a super good tip. Is there anything else we need to know from this case?
I think it's very interesting also, just that, like in the really bad M&A deals we've seen, where people buy companies for billions, and then they turn out that the financial statements weren't okay, there was fraud behind it. You tend to believe that if everybody else is doing it, somebody must have checked. If Apple is endorsing it, it must be okay, right?
Yeah.
If Penguin and so on. So you need to do your own due diligence, your own checks. You can assume somebody else has already done it for you.
And my question is, do influencers or people online really understand the responsibility they actually have?
Oh, such a good question. I think when you reach a certain level,
Yeah.
because then you realize how easy it is to be dropped. We've seen it again and again, right?
Yeah.
You've been cancelled. You lose that brand deal. But when you're on your way out, people seem quite desperate
Yeah.
and they cross every line, right?
Yeah, because people seem to think that as soon as you get money, it's okay. I'm making money of it. So
Or trying to get money even more so. Like, so warning. And also something when Belle in 2014, the your traces online weren't as heavy as they are today.
no.
I mean, today, if you were to act that way, it would be most likely you were caught earlier, and it would be easier to trace what you had done. So easier also to nail you. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So this is a really good episode to learn from because we are all online. And we need to be selective and mindful on what we watch.
And the creative community is a huge opportunity to make money and to build. And we're going to have an episode on influencer regulation and the creative business model. What you need to know and what you can watch out for and learn and build.
And Bill, thank you so much for sharing that. We have our business lawyer here with over 17 years of experience. We are super happy to share this. And if you want to be a rock star, remember to like and subscribe to our channel. And this is not legal advice.
No, it's knowledge sharing.
As always.
And let us know if there's any founders or influencers or incidents that you want us to talk about from a legal perspective so we can explain what really happened and why.
Yeah, so we really can understand from a legal perspective why and what we can learn from it.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. Thank you so much for today.
Hej då!
Hej då!